I would like to introduce Andy Berriman, who is running as a candidate for Community First Independence, Group E, in the upcoming Armidale Regional Council election on the 14th of September. Can you tell the ratepayers about your background?
I was born in rural Victoria, Rochester. My dad was a vet, a dairy vet, and we eventually moved to Queensland because my mum was sick with cancer. And he continued as a dairy vet, and we lived in rural district of Queensland near Brisbane. My mum died from cancer, sadly, and anyway, so my dad reared me, and at one point we went to New Guinea, and I was there for 6 months. Dad was TB testing cattle, and that was a great experience. The best part was I didn't have to go to school, no school there. But anyway, I went to uni eventually in Armidale, so that's what brought me to Armidale. I was here for a few years, then went away for work and ended up in the Hunter Valley. Got some farm work, but also I ended up at the power station, and that was a great job. And I worked as a rigger and then crane driver and safety representative.
Can you let us know why you are running for Armidale Regional Council?
Well, climate change is probably the thing that it's always been an issue with me, and having worked at the power station, I know that things can be done differently, and we're having a revolution in electricity production now. And I did solar panels when I came to Armidale, and anyway, now that we're a renewable energy zone, I can see that there's job opportunities here, and it should provide a big opening for the district. And I noticed when I came here, it was so much different to the Hunter Valley, where everyone seemed to have a good job, whereas here it's difficult. But it was good doing the solar panels, and I can see now that there's future opportunities. I think we're perfectly placed between Brisbane and Sydney with the infrastructure that we've got. That's why we've become a renewable energy zone. But it's not just the utility scale stuff, there's rooftop solar, which is still the main producer of electricity in our grid. And we can capitalise on that. And but I know the biggest problem is storage, and I think that's where the council can come into this and help coordinate things and make it easier for people.
What do you believe are the main issues facing Armidale Regional Council at the moment?
Well, I think it's hard to say anything different to climate change, because that's everything. That affects everything. So every council in every district is affected by climate change. It's on the news every day. And I think we need to remember that whatever we do, and always think of the future in how we do things, and think ahead and try and make plan for the future, for the next generation. And that can be many different things, like transport, water, energy storage. I think council can play a major role in our energy transition, and perhaps even many of the council facilities can become more involved. Perhaps solar over the car parks, rooftop solar, like they do in many places in America, provide shade, hail protection, and electricity, which could be used for the electric vehicles, which are definitely coming. I have one myself. Having seen the weed problem in the Hunter Valley, especially on the Hunter River, when I came here, I was pleasantly surprised to see how clean the rivers were and how free of weeds they were. But that was then. Things have changed. We seem to have infestations of many weeds now, and it seems they're getting away on us. And I've even seen them in the National Park at Wallamombi Falls. And I think we need council to help somehow. And I know that the Weeds Authority has been struggling with this issue for some time, but they're doing their best. And they're very good at what they do. But they can't do everything. And so we need everyone to chip in there and keep the weeds from the side of the road and the rivers and the railway tracks, wherever. And I think that would be the best place to start. I seem to be lost for words now, so this is all I can do.